Good morning, everybody. Yes. The last day I have given homework for you people, is not? To write answer for exercise question which is given in the end of the second chapter in a textbook. I hope everybody got a textbook. If not, please get it as soon as possible. So now we'll go for next chapter, the chapter number 3. What was the name of the last chapter? Second chapter name? Yes, it's land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife. It's an example of natural resources. Yes, that's what we discussed. Now we are in the third chapter. Yes, this third chapter adding what you call its title. It's also as an example of natural resources. It's also an example of natural resources. But we make use of these resources and we modify that with changes. We make changes in these natural resources and we make the things which is needed for human beings or the things which satisfy the human beings. So we are not discussing about the things which we made. So we are discussing about the things which we get naturally. So here, like what is a valuable thing? In among the substances, otherwise the things which is made by human beings or which is modified by the human beings. In among that, which is a very valuable thing, we get that from beneath of earth's surface. We get those things from the beneath of earth's surface, but we modify that, we changes that into human-made things, and that things it has more value. The cost it may be, the worth and the value is more. What is that? There are many things. In among that, which is a substance or which is that things which has more value? Economically, I am asking. Economic value. What is that? Yes, gold, diamond, silver, copper. Yes, this. What do you call for all these things? What I call the example like gold, diamond, silver, copper, the bauxite, lead. So what do you call for this? All those things? Yes, it's a minerals. Now, in this class, we will be discussing the minerals and power resources. Minerals and power resources. The power resources, it's a two. We have two concepts to discuss in this chapter. One is about the minerals and power resources. Both the minerals and power resources is modified or which is extracted or which is like what you call created by the human beings by using their skills and knowledge and the talent, all those things. But both the things basically we get from the natural. Naturally we get that, which is naturally occurring. Both things like minerals and power resources. Almost everything which is made by the human beings, it has a base or it has got from the nature. It's not naturally which is obtained. So without wasting much of our time, we go for the concept, to discuss concept. It's about minerals. What is minerals? Minerals. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿನರಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಖನಿಜಗಳು minerals. So these where we can find these minerals? Where? For example, the well-known minerals like petroleum, diesel, silver, gold, copper, bauxite, diamond. Where we can find all those things? Iron. Where? Yes, in the earth is not. Inside the earth we will find. Where it is deposited? Is it deposited in some other corner, some areas? Inside the pot, something else? Is it? How we can find all those things? Gold. How we can find the gold? Where is that? From which we get a gold? What is that thing? What is the source of getting a gold? Diamond. Where we can get? Where? Yes, it is there in the rock. Rock has, means we basically discussed about the soil in the last class. As you know, soil, it goes under many processes to get it formed. The main source of a soil is a parent rock. So from the rock we get many things like a soil and the minerals. The rock, it has many minerals in it. Now around 2000, more than 2000 minerals are known by the scientists. They discovered about the more than 2000 minerals which is found in the rock. Every rock, it has some minerals, some amount of minerals. Every different, mainly we have three types of rock. What are those three types of rock? We discussed this concept in the 7th class. What are those? Yes, igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rock. So these three types of rock will be having a different chemical compositions in it and textures and color. It will be having varieties of chemical components in that. These 4 types of rocks that changes its forms under great pressure, great temperature, and the density when it goes under the beneath of earth crust, and some other rock which meets with work of a river, work of wind, and the high temperature, low temperature that changes its chemical components. So that's the reason. In every rock, we cannot find a particular amount of chemical in it. Otherwise, a chemical composition like minerals, we cannot find a same amount of minerals in these 3 types of rocks. 3 types of rock will have different types of minerals in that. So basically, we get a mineral from the rock which is buried under the crust, beneath of a crust. The crust is totally a full layer which is formed by the hard rock. And there, in the beneath of a crust, we have minerals. The mantle. So we find more valuable minerals in the mantle and in the bottom of crust. It's a basic thing. If we discuss the rock and the soil about that. So here, the mineral definition, the particular definition for the mineral, like it's a naturally occurring substance. Naturally, and without the help of human being, without the interference of human being, then naturally it occurs. Nobody nobody put minerals in the rock. It's naturally occurs. We get a rock formed from the cool and solidification of a lava. Lava, when it comes out of the earth's surface, it's called as lava. When it will be there inside the earth in the core, it's called as magma. So magma, it has high concentration of chemical components in that. It has more and very high concentration of chemical component when it comes outside the surface, and after that, the cycle of the different types of rock. About that. So here, it's minerals are naturally occurring substances. Which have definite chemical compositions. So these minerals, it's naturally occurring substances. And these minerals will have particular chemical compositions. And as I told, the chemicals which is there in the minerals will changes according to the geological environment. So this geological environment will not be same in every places on the earth's surface. It varies, it changes, because our earth's surface, it's in the geoid shape. So that reason we don't receive direct sunlight for every places, and also the whole earth's surface, it's not made up of only single rock. It's made up of different types of rock, and every different types of rock goes under different process, and the relief features different landforms because of different landforms. So we'll get different types of minerals found in the different rocks. So these minerals are found. Minerals found in different geological environment is nothing but relief features. Relief features is different landforms. Relief features is also called as physiographical features, otherwise different landforms. So under this geological environment, the geological environment will not be same in everywhere on the Earth's surface. We can find a chain of mountain in the northern part of India. It's a Himalayan mountain ranges. It's the loftiest mountain in the world. There we have a different landform. As you go towards the southern direction from the North India, you will get a plain area. Further, if you go southern direction, you will get a plateaus. We have a different types of landforms within a country, and the whole world it has varieties of landforms. So based on that, we will be getting a different minerals. It will get forms. The minerals will get formed under different geological environment in varying conditions. These are non-renewable resources. These minerals are non-renewable resources. Why? Once if we make use of this mineral, we cannot get that mineral within a shorter period of time. We have to wait for a long geological time to get that again. For example, petroleum. Once if we make use of a petroleum, it will get lost. It will get out. And if you want to get that petroleum in the same field or anywhere, so you have to wait for a long geological time. It may take thousands and lakhs together years to get petroleum in the beneath of earth crust, up in the mantle. Not only that, like gold, diamond, if once you make use of a gold, and then again we cannot, suppose the rock, like iron. So once if you make use of iron, it will be made a particular shape. It's called human-made things. Once that shape is distracted, and again we can recycle and make use of, we can do the new things, different things, but we cannot create the same exact things. We can recycle and reuse that, but we cannot get the same things again. So it's a non-renewable resources. Is that all? Write these points. Write these points. Every minerals has definite chemical compositions. Every minerals. The chemical composition which is there in the gold is different than the chemical composition which is there in the iron, platinum, diamond. It's mainly found in rocks. Every minerals are found in rocks. In every rock we can find some particular minerals. But the rock which is there under the earth crust, deep depth, there we get a valuable minerals. We have a rocks on the earth surface, we can find. There also will be having some minerals, but it is not much valuable. We cannot get many other, like I say, gold, silver cannot be extracted from there. The iron ore cannot be extracted from there. But the rocks which is there, deep inside the crust, there it has a valuable, means like valuable minerals, because it will be under very high temperature and high density and high pressure. So that reason it will be having more minerals. Is that all? So, what is the minerals? Define the term minerals. Yes, minerals are naturally occurring substances which is having different chemical components in that. Every minerals will be having different chemical components. It's found in the earth crust, in the great depth of earth crust. So, is that only gold, silver, diamond, and copper and iron? It's called the minerals. These are only those examples, what I given the examples. Only for that things we call it as minerals, or is there any other things we call it as minerals? Yes, we have minerals in the food which we eat. We have minerals in that. And we have minerals in the water which we drink. We have minerals there, but it is not visible. And we have particular minerals in there. Like a salt, it's also one kind of a mineral. Salt content. Salt is a mineral. So everywhere around, in the beneath of earth crust and the bottom of ocean, bottom of a sea, there we have minerals. In the rocks we have minerals. Mainly in the bottom of sea we have more minerals like petroleum, diesel. Valuable minerals are there in the bottom of sea because it's somewhat near to the mantle. So that will be having more temperature, high pressure and high density there, and water also will be there, much there always. So it has some more chemical composition. So we get much valuable minerals there in the bottom of sea and ocean. Now we'll go for next concept in under this unit. It's types of minerals. Types of minerals. These minerals are classified into two mainly. So these classifications is made or identified based on the two factors. One is physical factors, another one chemical factors. Physical factors like based on their color, based on their hardness, based on their density, we classify some types of minerals. And in another factor like chemical factor, solubility. There are some minerals which get dissolved in the water or some other factors under the high temperature, low temperature, the air and the water, it will get dissolved. So based on that also we have some classifications. Minerals are identified based on physical factors and chemical factors. Like a physical factors based on the color, density, then hardness. So chemical factors like solubility based on two two main factors like physical factors and chemical factors, the minerals are classified or identified. So we have two classifications, two important classification of minerals or metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. These are the two important classifications what we have in under these minerals, metallic and non-metallic. Metallic minerals, the minerals which has metallic, like a metal form in it. The Camindas doesn't have the metallic form in its non-metallic minerals. We'll discuss deeply about these two. Right now, take down these 2 points. Is that over? Okay. The two classification in under minerals are metallic mineral and non-metallic mineral. Now we discuss the metallic mineral. So these minerals which has the metallic means it contains of metallic or metallic form of metals. It contains the metals in it. It's called as metallic minerals. And these minerals are a good conductor of a heat, and it's harder than the non-metallic minerals. This in another metallic minerals we have two further classifications, divisions. One is ferrous metallic mineral and non-ferrous metallic minerals. So ferrous metallic minerals are those minerals which has iron content in that. Ferrous means it refers to iron. The metallic minerals which has iron content in that is the ferrous minerals. Non-ferrous is which doesn't have. Minerals which has metals in it is called metallic minerals. It's very easy, isn't it? Metallic minerals. These metallic minerals is a good conductor of heat, electricity, and these are hard materials. So in under these metallic minerals we have two classifications. Further we have two divisions, two types of metallic minerals. One is ferrous metallic minerals. Another one, the non-ferrous metallic minerals. Types of metallic minerals. So this ferrous minerals, it has iron content. Metallic minerals which has iron in it. So for the example, we need to discuss the example. So the example for ferrous metallic minerals, like metallic minerals which has iron content in that, like iron, copper, then bauxite, otherwise silver. No, not silver. Bauxite. Non-ferrous minerals, non-ferrous metallic minerals. So here it's exactly ulte opposite. So this ferrous minerals means that this minerals, it has iron content in that. Non-ferrous, non is nothing but not the metallic minerals which doesn't have the iron content in that is what is non-ferrous minerals. This minerals does not have iron content in that. For example, gold, diamond, and silver. This two is important. Gold and diamond, lead. These are the examples for the non-ferrous minerals. Ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. Is it over? Write down. So here, in order the minerals, we have two types. One is metallic minerals, another one non-metallic. Isn't it? So in under the metallic minerals, we have further two divisions. One is ferrous and non-ferrous. In the non-metallic minerals, we don't have any types or any divisions in that. Non-metallic minerals, it's one single divisions or classification of minerals. So we discuss about the metallic minerals, the minerals which has metal content, metal minerals, which is very hard. Then ferrous, like iron, the metallic minerals which has iron content in that is the ferrous metallic minerals, like iron, copper, bauxite. And the non-ferrous, like the metallic minerals which doesn't have iron content in that, gold, diamond. It's very hard, but iron content is not there in that. It's non-ferrous. Is that over? Shall I write this? Shall I clear a board? Yeah. Non-metallic minerals. Non-metallic minerals, the minerals which doesn't have a metal content in it. The minerals which minerals not have metallic form in it is called non-metallic minerals. For example, we have petroleum, diesel, sandstone. Then coal. These are two main examples. Petroleum, the coal are also main minerals. Petroleum is a valuable mineral nowadays, isn't it? And it's more than 100 rupees per 1 liters of petroleum. It's valuable, isn't it? So, these two minerals are of non-metallic mineral. Metal form will not be there in this mineral, but it's very valuable. It's also mineral. So we don't have any classification, different classification under these non-metallic minerals, as we discussed over here. In another metal, we have two divisions: metallic and non-metallic. The ferrous and non-ferrous, it's a two classification under these metallic minerals. Is it over? Write this. Take down the points. Is it over? It is about types of minerals. It's the second concept. Now we will go for next concept. It's the distribution of minerals. Distribution of minerals. So is the minerals distributed equally over the earth's surface? Is all the minerals are equally distributed over the earth's surface? No, not at all. The minerals are not equally distributed over the earth's surface. Why? Why it's so? Because we don't have the single rock which is formed over the earth's surface. We have many types of rocks which is formed and distributed over the surface. Is not? There are different types, 3 different main types, and there are some different subtypes in under this. This all the types of rocks which is covered on surface, which has formed a crust. As I told, every rocks has a different chemical compositions, means it has different minerals in that. So we cannot find it equal minerals in every places, because every places it's not having a same rock. In every places we have different types of rock. Then other factors like relief features. We have mountains, there we can find different types of minerals. Plain areas, in the desert, and seabed, ocean bottom, sea bottom, there we have different types of minerals. And the equatorial area, that would be getting more high temperature, high pressure, means high temperature directly it falls on the equatorial area. They will be having a different types of rock. We can find a different types of minerals there. In the pole regions, it's always cool, isn't it? So you'll be having a different minerals in that. Different minerals can be found there because of a low temperature. So there are many factors which causes for getting a different types of minerals in a different regions across the world. So it's the second concept we discuss, the types of minerals and types of minerals. In the next class, we'll continue the discussing the distribution of minerals. Distribution of minerals, and there are many things to discuss under this mineral concept. Then after we'll go for the power issues. And I told you to give answer for the exercise questions which is there in the second chapter. Make it fast, complete all your exercise questions. Then it will be easy for you for the next coming classes to attend and to work. Okay. Have a nice day.